Welcome back to Let's Talk Podcast Episode 4. I'm your host, Joey, and we have here
EJ
and Marco filling in for Edward once again.
Hello, thank you for inviting me back.
Awesome. All right, let's jump right into it, guys, into the video games. We got to see a live gameplay stream of Destiny 2 yesterday. Now, what do you guys think of that?
It was good. It seems interesting. The story, everything they show is cool.
They showed us so much stuff in the gameplay. It was a live stream. There was so much stuff out there. Let's talk about one of the things they brought in. They brought in guided games.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be real with you, Joey.
Mm-hmm.
I did not see the gameplay, but the trailers look great.
You got that right, man.
Yes.
Really slick. We have guided games, which is going to help out the solar players more.
Yep.
To find factions, right?
To find help for
yeah.
like raids and strikes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. From other clans.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and then for clans, now you can make your own clan and
In game.
In game. It's like, you want to go into detail about that?
From what I know, it's instead of having to go through Bungie online on your computer, now you can just make a clan on your own and in game. And now, having a clan has, what is it?
It's perks. You can have rewards.
Yeah,
and stuff.
rewards, and you can like level up your clan, and you get loot from it. I think.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Can you make your own clan logo?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Your clan
Customize
logo,
everything.
and then your name.
I can't wait for people to mess with it, and we can't wait to see what comes out of that.
Yeah.
And a nice focus on the thing is that they're putting more emphasis on the story.
Yes.
I'm really happy about that. Because in Destiny 1, the story, I think we all can agree, the story really lacked in Destiny 1.
Definitely.
All right, and we have new locations for Destiny 2. We have Titan, Moon of Saturn, and we have Nessus. It's like a Vex planetoid. And we have Lo, the moon of Jupiter, and the European Dead Zone, where everybody's gonna go.
I think this is a misprint. It's IO.
Io?
Yes.
All right, cool.
You're a bad
IO.
researcher, Joey.
It's Li.
It's IO. Yes.
All right, Io.
Yes.
And the European Dead Zone, which is where we're gonna go after the tower is, as you saw in the trailer, is wrecked.
Yeah, there's no more tower.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean for the tower lovers out there?
I was never a fan of the tower. I preferred the reef.
What the tower did to you?
I don't know. They should have added more stuff to it. It was really small. I don't know. That's the only thing.
And speaking about that, they're bringing it like it's like 2 times bigger.
Yeah.
The Dead Zone is 2 times bigger than the tower.
And you can get quests from it, right? It's kind of yeah. Through other characters, you find them along the way. You all right?
Yeah.
Did I say something wrong?
No.
Did I say something wrong?
No, it's all right. And making things more efficient, we got that the orbit won't be necessary anymore.
Why not, Joey? Why isn't the orbit
So
necessary?
now we can jump from, let's say, from strike to raid to like, instead of having the middleman of the orbit, now we can just jump to where we want to go, which is, I think, really nice because going back to orbit every time was pretty annoying.
So you just, I guess, pull out your ghost and then choose a planet, right, or something like that.
Right? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But is there a new weapon system?
There is.
Whoa.
We have kinetic energy and power.
What does that mean, kinetic energy power?
For kinetic, we're gonna have your basic guns, machine guns, hand cannons, all that good stuff. And for energy, we're gonna have shotguns and maybe I remember seeing sidearms. Is it gonna be sidearms?
I didn't see a
I didn't see the sidearms. Maybe that. And for power, here's something new. They're putting snipers and fusion rifles in the power section,
Which is the heavy.
which is the heavy section.
Yes.
And we got a new type of gun. We have grenade launcher. I did not see any rocket launchers.
That's true. I didn't see any.
I didn't see any rocket launchers.
But a lot of the stuff that they did show in this reveal was stuff they've added. But I've heard that a lot of the old stuff is still there.
Yeah, I'm talking about that. We got new subclasses For the Titan, we got the Sentinel, which is basically it's like a defender carrying around a shield, kind of like Captain America. It's pretty cool. You
Looks a
can throw
lot
it.
like Captain America.
And for the Warlock, we have Dawnbreaker, which is basically Sunbreaker for the Titan, except for the Warlock.
With a sword.
With a sword, which is awesome. And we have Arc Strider for the Hunter. It's like Arc Blade, instead you have a staff.
Yeah, it looked cool.
Like acrobats and all that.
Yeah.
And I'm really happy about this. We get to keep the same base classes. They remain.
That's cool.
So I'm a big fan of that Striker shoulder charge. As we
Yeah,
know.
Not a fan of that at all.
You gotta love it, man. And for speaking about that, for Crucible, they're introducing 4v4 across all modes.
That's interesting because was it 6v6 before?
Yeah, either 6v6 or 2v3.
Even Trials is going to be 4v4, so according to what I hear, because it said everything is going to be.
Like it's gonna be available in all the modes.
Yeah.
So that'd be cool. More involvement of players. And with Crucible, they're adding a new Crucible mode. It's like a countdown, attack, defend. Kind of like Defend the Hill, I guess.
From the gameplay I saw, I couldn't exactly tell what the objective was, but it seemed pretty cool.
Because it said countdown, so I'm gonna think you're gonna have to like hold like a piece of land for a piece of area for a certain amount of time.
Seems about right.
Yeah, and the HUD for the gameplay is gonna now this part. This is interesting.
Yeah,
it's gonna tell you the info of the other players if they have their super and if they have power ammo.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing, Joey?
See, that's kind of the thing. Like it's a hit towards you because they'll see what you have, but you can see what they have also. I think it really that's really transparent.
I feel like in the first Destiny, you can't the players were good enough to know they have heavy because that's not there anymore. Like the heavy's not there anymore, you know. So I think if they kept it the same, it would have been fine. This is a little weird, especially to know that when they have their super. And
for the supers, I know in Destiny 1 you could have a artifact. They could tell you when they have supers, or you can go off if you experience enough, you could know based off time.
Yeah.
And whether or not you know if they use a super or not that they have the super. But this will directly tell you if they have the super or not.
I'm gonna say right now that I do not like this edition.
I'll agree with you right there. It kind of takes away power armor. Let me keep my distance away from you. Power armor, keep my distance. And talk about the software side. Destiny 2 will run uncapped on PC of 60 frames per second, starting off with 60 frames per second and on forth. But for consoles, it's going to remain 30 frames per second. What do you think about that? About that limitation? You see it as limitation or just like a basic
30 frames I feel is too low.
Especially for PC?
No, that's for console games.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. I read
so that's 30 frames with the Xbox One S and the PS4 Pro. So I'm like, those should be at 60 by now, I feel.
Now, is Destiny 1 30 frames per second?
I think it is 30.
Okay, so
they should have upgraded it from there.
Yeah, they should have. I know, talking about that, I know they're gonna, it's confirmed for PS4 Pro, the 4K, Destiny 2 to be in 4K, but it's not confirmed yet for the Scorpio. Microsoft is still working on it, I think. But the PC gamers are really happy because Destiny 2 is coming to the PC world. Yeah. Destiny 1 was not on PC. So Blizzard and Bungie are partnering up for a PC release on the Blizzard game service.
The Battle.net.
The Battle. Which is pretty cool. I mean, we have the PC finally going to get a piece of that on their terms. You know, it can run as high as 144 frames per second.
Yeah, I'm glad it's crazy. Because I do play on PC sometimes. I don't plan on getting Destiny on PC, but the fact that it's uncapped it's a cool addition. Or it's expected.
Right, because you can just go ham on everything. Yeah. Just do all the upgrades you want. What else did you notice about the gameplay that you saw?
Something that I noticed was, the sounds. Like the double jump for the hunters, and they had a different sound every time they jumped. Like, I don't know what the sound was.
Like, something more crisp?
Yeah, it wasn't like that boost sound that you hear. It's like it kind of sounded like a bounce sound. I don't know. I really don't know what it was.
Like a deep pressure, like air release. Is that right?
Yeah,
That's
that
sounded
was
to
like
me.
the old one,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Yeah. And also, I did not see. What was it? Blink. Like
Yeah.
the what's it called? Hunters had Blink, and the
Yeah.
Warlocks had Blink, like to jump. And I did not see that at all during the gameplay.
I know. I think they only showed the new stuff in the gameplay.
Mhm.
They didn't show any of the other bases we know from Destiny in the live stream gameplay. But I read on it, and the base classes are still going to remain there. So that's good news for the most part. And the release date for Destiny 2 is September 8th, 2017, and we're getting a beta this summer. No specific date yet, but we're getting it this summer. So that'll be fun.
Yep.
And I think that's it for Destiny 2. Let's jump right into the entertainment. And a spoiler warning, of course. There's going to be a look at everything into that. So let's hit it off with Star Trek Discovery. That's going to come out on the CBS All Access Network. And it's going to be based off 10 years before Kirk, Spock, and the Enterprise. Now, what do you think about that?
On my notes here, it says, meh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm not the resident Star Trek lover. I think that's you. But I'm kind of like, it doesn't really interest me without Kirk, Spock, and
Right.
all the characters I know.
Yeah, judging from the new trailer we saw, I think visually it looks pretty good.
Yeah, it looks pretty good for a TV show.
It actually looks like
It
got some budget to it.
Yeah. We'll see how long that holds, though.
Hmm. And we have creators Brian and Alex Kurtzan, who screenplayed Star Trek and directed The Mummy. So we got some big time people making this TV series.
That's
So,
the new Mummy, right?
the new Mummy, 2017.
Yeah.
So they're bringing out some big stuff for this. So we'll see how that goes.
How do you feel about it as the resident Star Trek lover?
I'm not really into it, but I like the movies, the modern movies. So we'll see what they do with this. If it's good, I'll probably watch it, but I'll probably wait on that.
Yeah,
It-
because you can go.
No, it caught my interest.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Like, I'm not a Star Trek fan really, but
Yeah.
it did catch my interest, and the characters seemed interesting, honestly. Yeah.
Do the characters have like any backstory to the Trekkies, or are they completely like new characters they made for the show?
This is all pre-Kirk. I don't know too much about the lore of Star Trek.
The ship sounds familiar. The Discovery.
Discovery.
It sounds familiar. I'm pretty sure there's a show.
They might have mentioned it in the past Star Trek
Yeah.
shows, but I'm not really too sure.
Uh-huh.
Not too sure about that. And we got. Look at this. It's starring Sonequa Martin, who is Sasha from The Walking Dead.
I don't watch The Walking Dead, so I don't know.
You haven't seen any of The Walking Dead?
Not really. No.
Oh, but Marco, I know you have, right? The
I've
Walking
seen
Dead.
a little bit.
Yeah, and so that'll be an interesting take on that. That's going to air fall of this year, so we got that to look forward to. And moving on, we have The Gifted, Fox's new Marvel series.
Yeah.
And the trailer just came out. Now, what do you guys think of the trailer?
It seems cool. Like, I know it's connected to the movies, and I'm interested to find out where exactly it connects.
Yeah, I really like it because it looks gritty. It looks like it's not like a happy family kind of drama. You know, there's some
Serious
life and death.
undertones.
Yeah, serious tone to it, and we have the directing it Bryan Singer, who did all the modern X-Men movies.
Well,
All the X-Men movies. Yeah. All the X-Men movies.
Yeah.
And it's going to be interconnected with the X-Men universe. And judging from what we saw in the trailer, we saw how the mutants were already being prosecuted, being like oppressed almost.
Yeah.
Experimented on, kidnapped.
Because right now they are, I think they're barely coming around, and so like the government is still afraid of them. And that's what I heard.
And we got to see a look at the Sentinels. The Sentinels don't look how they looked in Days of Future Past, but they look like little spider-looking things.
Spider-bot looking
Yeah,
things.
spider-bot looking things, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And if you guys saw the trailer, you'll see it's headed in like the future that Logan is presently at.
Yes, it is. I
How-
think that's where it is
right.
the Logan timeline.
Right,
Where it's
and
full
how
of kids.
like mutants being hunted down, being
Uh-huh.
destroyed. Like their time has passed. Like I know in the trailer, they even mentioned like we don't even know if the X-Men and the Brotherhood are still around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At that time of where it's taking place right at the moment. So we can see it's kind of headed to a grim future. And it's produced by Lauren Schuler Donner and Simon Kingbird, who produced every X-Men movie in the cinematic universe since 2000. So it's going to be really interconnected with all that, guys. And there's no air date yet, but the pilot was completed. So we'll see if it gets any good feedback, and we'll carry on with that.
And in the trailer, you can see 2 characters from Days of Future Past, which is Blink, which is the one that can teleport,
Right? Yeah.
and then Sunspot, but it's like a multiverse version of Sunspot. It's not actually Sunspot. It's
Clips.
Eclipse,
Yeah,
yes,
Eclipse, yeah.
which is like a multiverse version of Sunspot.
Yeah, and to venture even further into that, Eclipse came from the alternate reality that I know you watch Legion, right?
Yes.
I
haven't
the character in Legion, the main character, you know his name?
No.
Well, he in the comic storyline when they're trying to like make him focus on something or make him do something for them, like it triggered some like thing in his head.
I think they're doing tests on him or something.
Yeah,
like
doing tests, and they triggered for him, and this triggered like this alternate reality that he created because we all know how powerful he is, as we see in Legion, and he made this alternate reality. It's kind of like it's like a war torn version of the current X-Men universe.
Yes.
And we see all these heroes, these alternate heroes, and how things aren't heading in a good way. But that's like it kind of has like a age of a apocalypse kind of feel to it. Like things are like apocalyptic, I guess you could say, like not in good standing.
Mm-hmm.
So, but that's a little interesting hit on that. And I guess moving on with that, we have the Witcher Saga series coming to Netflix. And I know you guys have you guys played the Witcher games or read any books?
I didn't read any of the books. I seen gameplay of The Witcher, but it never caught my interest.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have much to say on it, but supposedly it's good.
Yeah, I know the books and the games are highly praised by critics.
What is it about? Do you know, for the people that don't know, including myself?
A dude
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of
who's in medieval times. I think it's basically all mythological.
Okay.
Yeah,
There's dragons, I think.
I'm down with that.
Yeah. It's I don't know.
It has that feel to it, and if you are a fan of The Witcher, it's going to follow the books, not the games. So that'll be a new take on that, and it's been executive produced by Sean Daniel, who produced the Mummy franchise,
The old one.
the old one, the original one, and Jason Brown, who directed.
Fraser.
With Brandon Fraser. They should have brought Brandon Fraser back.
They should.
He's so old now.
Should make a cameo.
Yeah, I want him to make a Stan Lee cameo.
Yeah. And
I think that would be nice.
He's the watcher of the Mummy universe.
And we have Jason Brown, who directed The Expanse. I know The Expanse got some good reviews on that, right? I hear good things from The Expanse.
Yeah, I did hear good things about it, but I don't know too much about
Yeah,
it.
because I think it was only planned for only one season, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But they got so much good feedback that they're going back for season 2, which is pretty cool. But that's what, man, Netflix is coming out with all this new stuff.
Yeah,
man.
they're way ahead of this game.
They're really taking advantage of the market right now. So that'd be cool. And going with that, we have Hulu trying to keep up with Castle Rock. And a teaser trailer was released this year in February. And the first season's only going to have 10 episodes. And it's a series based off a Stephen King book. No, do you guys know about Castle Rock?
I have no idea what Castle Rock is.
Neither do I, but I think it's gonna tie in with the Dark Tower somehow. I'm calling it now.
And now that you bring that up, in the teaser, it mentions the titles and characters from a variety of Stephen King books.
Oh,
Like from all the way to The Green Mile to, I think, The Misery. What's one of them?
I'm telling you guys, we're gonna get a Stephen King universe.
It's happening.
It's happening.
It's happening, guys.
I don't think so.
I mean, it's what's in front of you, man.
It's Hulu.
But Joey,
else-
I mean, not all interconnected, but like to have like nods off to another show or like Easter eggs.
But
That'd be
it's
pretty
not
cool.
I don't know.
but Joey, who's producing Castle Rock?
We have executive producer J.J. Abrams.
J.J. Abrams. Does J.J. Abrams have any cinematic universes that we know about?
I think Star Wars,
Star Wars,
but he's bailed, or no, he doesn't bail for that.
Star Trek,
Star Trek.
Cloverfield. If you start a Stephen King universe, you started with J.J. Abrams.
And we have Tech Cloverfield Lane with
J.J.
that.
Abrams didn't start the Star
He's
Trek.
gonna
did he?
start it. No, I don't think so.
Wait, no, it was him.
I think he directed the last one that came out.
No, that was the guy that directed Fast and Furious.
Oh, okay, never mind. That explains the dirt bike.
Yeah,
I was wondering how.
that was the
dirt
only
bike-
scene that I didn't like.
Yeah, I was like, how did that dirt bike get in there?
But J.J. Abrams is going on his own here. He's trying to introduce like his own, like we talked about in the past, like his own like Twilight kind of like
Twilight
movies, like Twilight Zone kind of movies. Like each movie is like its own story, and they're kind of similarly connected, not really, but like kind of connected.
Yeah.
So that'd be cool. And production for that begins in August 2017. So it's just getting started. We still got a lot more to go. Let's see how that goes. That turns out. Now to get to the controversial news. We have
New news? Do we have new news?
We have new news.
new news.
We have
News that's new.
The newest news.
we have Venom and Tom Hardy confirmed to play Eddie Brock, which is Venom. What do you guys think about that?
In my notes, I have underlined still trash.
Yeah, because we have Scott Rosenberg and Jeff Pinkner, who worked on Amazing Spider-Man 2, writing the script for Venom. Now,
I don't trust anything about
On my
this
notes
movie.
right here, I have, why isn't Spider-Man in this movie?
Spider? I can't believe you have a Venom movie without Spider.
The only way this works, in my opinion, is they do Agent Venom.
you want to explain that to the viewers what Agent Venom is?
Agent Venom is basically Venom, the symbiote.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, symbiote.
And when Eddie Brock goes to war, he gets injured, and I think he loses his leg. So the government takes him and says, "All right, you're a good soldier, and we want you to. There's an opportunity for you to get your legs back or your leg back, but it's through having the symbiote on him." And then he starts becoming like an agent of the government, and he's Agent Venom. I think that's what it is.
I thought you convinced me that's what it was.
So, like, does grow his leg back, or his leg is like completely like symbiote?
It's completely
Yeah, it's
symbiote.
like made of Venom.
So whenever he
That's
has
pretty cool.
the symbiote off of him, he loses his leg. So that's why he's always Agent Venom.
His
Yeah,
superpower
that's
is a
pretty
leg.
cool. That's pretty cool. That'd be
It's
a
true.
cool thing.
But yeah, I don't. Man, this
But
movie.
it's directed by Ruben Fleischer, who directed Zombieland.
Zombieland.
Zombieland was pretty cool,
Yeah,
pretty fun.
I don't.
but the script is suspect. The script is mad suspect in my opinion.
But we know that the director has the power, so we'll see. We'll see.
That's true.
We'll
Maybe
see
he
what
can make
happens
some
there.
And
changes.
it's Tom Hardy, right?
Right. So
Yeah.
and he only sticks around for the good stuff. You
I
know?
want to believe that.
That is
Yeah.
true. That is true.
You know, he was there for Mad Max when like a reboot was like, a reboot of Mad Max. Do we want that? But so we all know how Mad Max turned out, which is really good. And
Debatable.
Debatable.
The screenplay was very well.
Sure.
Yeah, visually.
So
I-
do you believe it's above or under Suicide Squad from what you're seeing right now?
And he
Eddie-
bailed on Suicide Squad.
Anything is above
Yeah,
Suicide
That's true.
Squad.
That's a low bar. That's my bad.
And that's why he bailed.
Bring
on
me the
Suicide Squad.
Teletubbies. That's above Suicide Squad.
The Teletubbies are pretty lit.
10-10. And that's why he bailed on Suicide Squad. So he knows, he knows better. He's smart about that.
Tom Hardy's been in a lot of superhero movies, right?
He played Bane in the Batman trilogy.
Is that it, or
He played Bane in The Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah?
And now he's
Venom.
Venom. Hopefully, Agent Venom.
Hopefully,
I think that's the only way they can go.
Oh man,
This is going to be released next fall, so there's plenty of time for things to.
They can still add Spider-Man.
Yeah.
he has
still
plenty
do
of
all
time
that.
to drop out of the movie.
That's true.
And
Hang on, real quick.
go for it.
What's the percentage that this turns into a really bad movie and he drops out of it? Give me like
70%.
Say a solid 65.
65, 70?
I think Joey's probably more accurate. Yeah.
All right.
I don't.
take
Yeah,
Because he just joined. He doesn't know he's walking into a dumpster fire.
Uh-huh.
Hopefully.
Yeah, because he was confirmed for Suicide Squad, then he bailed.
He was
So-
confirmed for a long time too.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, until like
Tom
last
Hardy
minute.
probably has
basically.
mad patience.
Yeah.
Mad patience.
Well, they did like a lot of like rewriting for the whole movie.
So that was.
So yeah,
he
so
was going to jump ship
You
for
said
that.
65%
Yeah.
and 70%.
I say 70.
I say because it's still early, I'm gonna give it an 80% that he
drops out.
this movie turns to like garbage and
He bails.
Can he
bails.
just drop out of movies whenever he wants to?
We're Tom Hardy, yeah?
That's true. That's very true. I wouldn't mess with him.
And going with that, we have a new trailer for Spider-Man Homecoming.
Woo.
And we get a first look at Tinker. What do you guys think about that?
Doesn't look evil. That's what I put in my notes.
Well, he's not. He's not really supposed to look evil, right? I don't.
No, he's like a normal guy who just
Tinkers.
knows how to
Yeah,
tinker.
he just tinkers.
He knows how to tinker really well.
He made Shocker his little shot cannon.
His
thing.
little
Yeah, he
tinker,
improvised
tinker
on
cannons.
that.
He's a. Does Tinker make Falcon's
Yep.
wingsuit?
Vulture.
Oh wow! What did I say?
Falcon.
Falcon. He could have made Falcon's suit.
He
It's
crossed
possible.
over to the Marvel
Yeah.
universe.
Just
Well,
He,
Spider-Man right now is part of the MCU.
that's true.
I keep. You know
I'm
what?
right.
I keep forgetting that he's part of the MCU.
Is he permanently part, or they're just like borrowing?
Unfortunately, so far, no.
Right now he has a 3 movie contract.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was
Homecoming?
4. Wait.
Homecoming 2 is going to be his last...
So it was 3 movie contract because he did Civil War,
yeah, appearance
then
in
this
the-
one, and then he has the
Infinity
Homecoming
War?
2.
Yeah.
What about Infinity War?
So it's 4 movies because it was Infinity War.
Because he
His own movies, yeah.
Okay.
His own movies. Homecoming 2 is like his last appearance.
Yeah, Homecoming 2
For
will
the
be his
MCU.
last, and that's like 2019 or 20 something.
That's the last time you see Spider-Man good.
And there's a bunch of Easter eggs that kind of links the Netflix shows of Daredevil and Jessica Jones and Luke Cage.
Oh
And
yeah,
the
you had some
Defenders.
stuff to say
Yeah.
about that.
If you guys saw Daredevil, where he goes to the man who makes the suit for him, in the background, you can
Spoilers for season 2, 1.
Season 1?
The last episode of season 1.
Last episode, season 1, and season 2. We see in the background in this guy's shop, you see like the stilt man,
Yeah.
like his suit.
His stilts?
Yeah.
Stiltman stilts?
That's his power, stilt
Wow.
man.
I wish I had the power of stilts.
How to be tall.
Man.
And in the comics,
What a power.
Um,
How do you defeat such a...
you need Daredevil and Spider-Man to defeat him.
That's
No,
true.
you need a nice little step ladder to get to him.
You're probably right. I hope like every time Spider-Man faces him, he does a thing where he wraps his silk around his legs and just spins him like it's an AT-AT
His
until
silk?
he falls. His webbing,
His
his
silk?
silk, his spider silk. Spiders develop silk, I think.
Sure.
That's a thing.
The web.
It's his webbing.
Well, that's a link kind of to the Daredevil Spider-Man like partnership to defeat him. So that's a neat little
Easter egg.
Easter egg there. And now that we see in the trailer, we see Tony Stark's like global cleanup service for all the fights that happen
Yep.
in the world. So he has his own little cleanup thing, and that's taking jobs from people,
including
Vulture.
Including
Vulture
Vulture.
is one of the victims that the jobs got taken away.
Donald Glover
Donald Glover
taking away his work.
What happened to his rap career? Why is he picking up trash now?
He's not a good rapper.
Oh, that's
Shoot.
that's true. Oh.
Eee. Too soon.
So Vulture is basically a garbage man.
He's a cleanup guy.
He is a cleanup man.
Yeah, for all that
Spider-Man's
destruction
facing
that goes
cleanup
on.
man.
Yeah.
All
That's
that
sinking.
destruction that goes on.
How villainous a cleanup man.
The most villainous.
Probably the most interesting.
Think of
people
the
in
worst
world.
thing possible, and then he's above that.
Wow, I
Right.
thought of many things,
Like Teletubbies.
including Teletubbies.
I knew it.
And this kind of continues the idea of like that whole Avengers Age of Ultron feel, how Tony Stark created kind of like
The chaos.
the chaos, and we kind of see that how a lot of the tech that, well, I guess we could call them Sinister Six. It's not confirmed that, but we have Vulture, we have Shocker.
Yeah, we are close enough
I think
to six.
Sony is still trying to do their Sinister Six movie.
Yeah, but we have like that Vulture
A mini
team.
Sinister
Yeah, that
Six.
Vulture team. They're using tech from the Invasion and a lot of tech from Stark. Like Vulture, I
The
think.
poor man's Sinister Six.
Yeah.
The Sinister Three,
Yes.
the terrible
With
three.
Donald Glover.
With Donald Glover.
With Lando Calrissian.
With a young Lando. Now, is Tony Stark Marvel's biggest villain?
Yes.
I think coming from, like, in terms of his like consequences of his actions, I think like he brings a lot of.
He's the only villain that stayed around that
Yes,
they haven't
yeah.
killed off.
That's true. They're gonna kill him
I
off
mean-
eventually when his contract expires. I love that. Although Tony Stark has created all these problems, he has yet to acknowledge any of them.
Well,
'Cause,
he
like,
started to, didn't he?
I don't think so. Because like
Yeah.
when he made Ultron, he was like, "Sign the documents, Captain America."
That's Civil War.
Civil War. Dang it, Mark.
In any other news, when is that going to be released, Joey?
That's going to be released July 7th, 2017, so this summer. So
What a
that'll be
smooth transition out
that'll
of
be
there.
a nice.
Good save. Good save.
I
Mhm.
saw spider silked my way out of there.
But I want to venture a little bit further into that Tony Stark arc.
Okay.
That in the comics, I know the Skrulls like wreck the planet.
What
They
are the
just- they
scrolls,
just wreak
Joey?
havoc.
Eventually, yeah.
Yeah, eventually. They're this alien race who come and invade the Earth.
Another faceless army.
Basically.
Yeah, basically. And it's not the Super Skrulls, but like we can see how the Skrulls and the MCU has the rights to the Skrulls.
Okay.
So we maybe in the way future they'll come and wreck the planet, and then Tony Stark will be there to clean it up. You know, his little service will be there to clean it up. So that's like little links here and there to what the future could be.
Yeah.
And that's, I think you guys have any other takes on the Spider-Man Homecoming?
Who did they get to play Mary Jane? No, Gwen Stacy.
Yeah, Gwen Stacy.
I don't remember who's playing her.
Oh, that reminds me. We better talk about the Tinker. The Tinker.
Oh, yeah.
I told you, you had something to say about that.
Yeah, the Tinker.
I said he doesn't look evil.
I said he's not supposed to look evil.
Yeah, he's just like a regular guy who lost his job too, and now he's just helping out.
So it's like
You
a
know.
side business. You come to him, you pay him an amount of money, and he'll give you.
Yeah,
some
right now he's like the right hand man of Vulture.
Uh-huh.
He's making on the tech front. We got to see Shocker. We got to see like Crossbones. You know, remember his gauntlet?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Shocker has like a adaptation of that.
I think,
except
yeah.
the like electricity and all that.
What if it is his?
That could be it because we see him punch
'Cause-
Spider-Man. He he backs. Gets
Yeah.
flown back.
Another villain that they've killed off.
So who are the villains
Crossbones.
in this
Crossbones.
movie? So we have Tinker.
Confirmed. We have Tinker, Vulture, Shocker.
Uh-huh.
No,
Donald Glover.
Donald Glover is the evilest. Shocker was always one of my favorite villains, like when I was younger.
Right. Yeah.
Because I don't remember which game it was. The Spider-Man 2 game, I think he was like a big part of it.
I think I played that game on PSP. That was a really good game.
It's one of the best Spider-Man
Yeah.
games, if not the best. But yeah, I just remember really liking Shocker. I hope they do him justice.
I think
I hope so,
Sandman
too.
has always been my favorite Spider-Man villain.
How'd you like him in Spider-Man 3?
What?
Yeah.
Spider-Man 3 never happened. Okay, so we have Tinker, we have Vulture, we have Shocker, and we have Donald Glover. Most likely to die.
Yep.
Oh.
All of them.
Oh, man,
It's a Marvel movie. All the good villains are gonna die.
Vulture better not die, man.
So Tinker's gonna live, Vulture's dying.
I can see Tinker living.
I think Tinker's gonna live. Vulture, live or die.
He better live, man.
I think he's
He
gonna
better
die.
live.
And
Shocker?
I bet Spider-Man's gonna kill him, and he's gonna be like, "Oh man, I
killed
killed
the
the man."
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they better not pull another Man of Steel out of nowhere.
They're gonna snap Vulture's
The
neck.
one Man of Steel, the one guy who doesn't kill, freaking snaps his neck.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So Shocker, dead or alive?
Do you justify it that Superman killed him? That he killed Zod because
Yeah, 'cause
he was
he
about to
saved-
kill a family,
He
right?
saved that family.
I think maybe later on in the movies, but like early on, I don't know.
But this is early on. He's still
Exactly.
learning.
Yeah,
Still,
because like if he didn't, we would have seen a family die right before us.
Yeah. This is like.
I think if a family got disintegrated,
I mean, why didn't Superman
In the
just like
first-
take his body and fly to another area?
it's too complicated, Joey. It's
Yeah.
either you snap his neck or you don't. Those
That's
are your
true.
only two options in that
Apparently-
situation.
What do
Apparently
you
that's
do
true.
right there in that situation, Joey?
Do you
what
snap
do?
the neck?
You mean the many seconds he was just staring there?
No, Joey.
It was okay.
He took all
Time
this-
was they slowed down time right there because
That's
it
true.
was a slow motion view.
That
I mean, he was
that
talking.
scene.
He
No,
was talking.
Joey,
I
they
don't
slowed
remember
it
at all.
down.
He was talking like something about watch your people die. If you want to save them, do what it takes. Something like
And
that.
then
They
went
were
into slow
speaking
motion.
in their regular Kryptonian tongue, so that was faster. So that scene was only like a second or two long.
Yeah, because you know when Superman and Zod get hit by the yellow sun, our yellow sun,
it enhances,
it enhances everything.
It
That means
enhances their
Yeah.
speech.
the speed of their voices.
Yeah,
That's true.
when they
I
were
didn't think about
crossing
that.
Jupiter, Joey,
Uh huh.
it sped up their tongues
Preach.
to 2 times faster than what regular humans.
Than the average puma.
Than the average. It sped up their tongues faster than the average puma. Does Donald Glover die in Spider-Man? Yes or no?
No.
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 You think he starts a rap career?
Yes.
Is it successful?
Sure.
Somewhat.
Is the last album good?
Debatable.
That's
No.
okay. Boy, you trash it like that.
To finish up with that, let's go right into Captive State.
Who's it
this
starring?
is John Goodman.
John Goodman, my boy.
Good old John Goodman.
John Goodman's pretty great.
Anything with John
He's
Goodman
Sully.
in is good.
From
He's
Monsters Inc.
he's that guy from King Kong.
You're next.
Yeah, go Joey. Who is he from?
Where is he from?
Where's
We
he from?
have Cloverfield Lane. 10
Oh,
Cloverfield
there we
Lane.
go.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
He's from
I'm more impressed with this performance there.
The Big Lebowski. He had a
I
news
feel
scene.
like he should have been Baloo in the Jungle Book. Even though I love
Oh, that would've been great.
I love Bill Murray,
that would have been great.
but I think John Goodman could have played it.
Do you
good.
think his voice is too imposing to be Baloo?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I just really like him.
He was in Transformers.
He was.
He was the
I forgot his name.
I don't know.
Hound. Yeah.
I guess he had a bullet in his cigar, which
That
was
was-
pretty
that
cool.
was really cool.
That was probably really
He was out
cool.
of ammo and he just shoots the bullet from the
That
cigar.
was really cool.
And we have director Rupert Wyatt, who directed
Rupert Wyatt,
Wyatt. There you go.
Wyatt.
Who directed Rise of the Planet of the Apes, the first one,
the monkey movie.
the monkey movie.
Rise and
Which-
Fall of the Planet of the Apes.
Dawn.
Dawn of the
Which
Planet.
one was it? Oh, Rise.
Rise, yeah, the first
Rise
one.
is the first one.
Yeah.
Don't you think Dawn should have been first and then Rise?
Yeah, because the sun dawns and then it rises,
Or is it rising and then it dawns?
so it's going down. Because humanity's falling.
No.
Are we discovering the Matrix right now?
But it's
This is too meta for me.
Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
Anyways, what's the plot, Joey?
It's gonna take place in a decade post-alien invasion in Chicago,
Nice.
and it's gonna have a Cloverish feel, so that'll be pretty cool.
I have my notes here. It says Cloverish feel.
You got that.
That sounds good.
And we got to release it on that August 17, 2018, so next year. So this is all super fresh, super new. So we'll see more about that as time comes.
Yeah.
It does feel very Cloverfield because John Goodman was in the last Cloverfield.
Yep.
Lane. Mm.
Yeah. So yeah, it does have a. Why were the aliens in Chicago?
They just invaded
Why, Joey? Why do you think why?
for our water.
For our water, for our Chicago water.
For our Chicago water. But
Can we talk about the? Are we done with this one? The captive state.
yeah, we're okay.
Can we talk about the new? Was it Planet of the Apes trailer?
Oh
right,
yeah.
yeah.
With Woody Harrelson.
Yes.
Yeah.
The new trailer looks amazing.
It looks
It
really.
does.
Is this the last movie we're getting for Rise of the Planet of the Apes?
I think so.
Oh,
I think
because it's war.
Yeah, it's war for the Planet of the Apes. This is like in all the movies you hear of the war, and this is it.
This is
Right.
it. We
Yeah.
get our war.
Like even like the old movies you hear of the war, and then this is like
This movie
The
looks
war.
really
The
good.
prequel, yeah, we can see that.
oh man,
Looks
I'm-
really good.
It
does.
looks really, really good.
Like visually, oh, it looks amazing.
Yeah, the CGI looks really, really good in this movie.
Yeah, like
Whose side are you on, Joey? Apes or humans?
I'm going for peace, dog.
So you didn't choose a side. You just said peace.
I mean,
You have to pick a side.
I think.
It's either you're with us, or you're against us,
I mean,
and you're a dirty monkey if you're against us.
I mean, the apes are just there to live, and then you have the humans coming in. But then, like, I think you have oppression from both. So, I think I'm gonna play it safe and stick with the humans.
Okay,
I think the best way to go is with the apes.
you're a dirty ape.
You're a dirty ape.
Well, because
You orangutan.
You orangutan.
hey, the orangutan in that movie is really cool.
They look
He's really nice.
They look real
Yeah.
peaceful.
Yeah,
Wasn't he like loading a machine gun though?
that's true. But he didn't want to, I'm sure.
So it's secondhand
He
blood.
was
had to.
forced to.
That's true. He was too passive not to load that machine gun.
Yeah.
But yeah, this movie looks really good.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it.
One of the best trilogies of all time.
I
I say it's up there.
One of the better kind of not reboots, but like
I think it's
they bring it back
one of the best modern day trilogies.
in the sense of like the originals
Because
were in the past.
what are some of the greats? Star Wars,
Yeah.
clearly.
The original Star Wars.
Original.
Probably Mad Max. Maybe.
Was there 4?
I think there was 3.
Oh.
Two and three.
Yeah. I think there was 3.
What about The
Is
Dark Knight?
Fast and Furious up there?
That's like a.
They've been going on for
That's like a ridiculous
That's a series?
Series.
I guess. That's
Yeah,
true.
But
There's 8 of them.
yeah.
Never
man.
mind. That's off the list. What else is great?
The Dark Knight trilogy.
The Dark Knight
That
trilogy.
has to be up there.
It could, yeah.
It could- it's up there, right?
It could be
Yeah,
up
for
there.
sure,
You're
for
right.
sure, it
You're
is.
totally right. Unless we're missing. Oh,
Unless this movie totally bombs and it's not good.
that's true. So there's a lot of pressure to make our top trilogy movies of all times.
Yeah.
This is an extremely.
It's an exclusive list.
It's an exclusive
Yeah.
list.
It's also
Only
a
the
good
best
start.
of the
We'll
best.
see how it ends.
I think our list is probably the best list of
Yeah.
all time.
And another thing I like about these movies, like they're all like really different, or like this one looks different than the last one.
Yeah, you're right.
And then
it
the
looks
first
way
one,
different
the
from
first one was different from the second one.
Yeah, they all have
But
a
they
different
all-
atmosphere.
But they all
Yeah.
they're good.
They all
They're
fit.
good
Yeah,
on
they're
their
good.
own, like as its own movie.
What happened in the second one? I totally forgot.
I don't remember. Like
Honestly, I never saw the second one.
you never saw
I
it.
haven't
I
never
think
seen
For
I
shame.
saw it like 4 times in theater.
Wow.
I think I saw it
Unintentionally.
twice.
The first
Unintentionally.
the first time I was like, oh yeah, I'm for sure.
You
gonna watch this.
accidentally gave him like $40.
Yeah, and then over time, like people were like, "Let's go to the movies," and none of them had seen like the Planet of the Apes at the time.
Oh, okay.
So like every time I would go like to the movies with someone, it was like they always wanted to watch Planet of the Apes.
We didn't see Planet of the Apes together.
We didn't.
Are we friends?
We saw Guardians of the Galaxy
Yeah.
together. That's
We're
pretty
only
good.
friendships. We only have this friendship due to our podcast.
The podcast friendship. That's
Yeah,
it.
the
I don't,
podcast
I
That's
don't
friendship.
like
our,
you
that's our
guys.
fellowship right there.
Thanks to our lovely viewers out there.
We have friendship.
Thank
We
you
have
for
a
giving us
bond
friendship.
And I think we'll wrap that up, guys. That's about it, right?
Yes, sir.
I think so.
Yeah. Thanks for listening to us, tuning in to us, guys. We want to hear your feedback in the comment section. And give us a like and subscribe.
Where can they find you, Joey?
They can find us on YouTube, SoundCloud, and follow our Instagram and Twitter in the description down below.
Okay.
There we go.
I like that.
Alright.
EJ, anything you'd like to plug?
Nope. I'm all good.
That sounds about right. All right. See you guys.